born and raised in Canada, and moved to America when I was 19, you know, full of piss and wind, ready to start my career. And I worked in America for over 30 years before I relocated here to Europe. Started my writing career 5 years ago. In my life, I've had a lot of action, I guess you could say. I've had, I've had a gun pointed at my head, 44 Magnum, somebody threatening to blow my head off. I've had a knife put to my back when I was in a robbery. I've jumped in and stopped women from being beaten on the streets of Los Angeles. I've chased down criminals in the middle of Hollywood. I pulled 2 men from a burning car, saved their lives.
You lived the life.
I lived the life, and I know what that sense of adrenaline is. You know, that feeling like when you're right on the edge, when somebody's about to pull a trigger and kill you, and the thoughts that are going through your head, the whole process of like, I'm about to die. So, and there's so many of these things that have happened to me. I mean, that it's sort of, the process sort of developed in my head, like I can write action thrillers because I know what it's like. I felt it. For 2 things. I want to entertain people, obviously, with the writing, but I also want to inspire people and kind of open their eyes to situations, let's say, scenarios in society, as contemporary society, and the sort of what if this were to happen. So I really kind of write a genre that's called awakening thrillers, more than action thrillers. Okay, it's not a formal genre, but I guess we're sort of developing it now. But it's a thriller that kind of wakes you up to, hey, what if? So, and my books are weaved with a lot of the experiences that I personally had. So, you know, when I'm writing about a guy getting shot, well, I kind of know the sensation of it.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So. And you're still alive to.
And I'm still alive to tell the story. Yeah. I feel that's the thing that really warms me up inside. You know, that's the tingly feeling that I get as an author is when somebody says your book inspired me, and that makes all those hours and the nights spent editing a book countless times. It makes it all worth it. I'm working on a book called Twilight Visitor. Twilight Visitor is a very unique story. It is another awakening thriller. It's just full of action, but it's very much about the contemporary scene. It's an action thriller on a global theater.
Oh God,
it's huge, and it involves global superpowers, and it brings it right down to the life. You have a global situation going on, a crisis, and then it takes it right down to the life of one man. So it runs. The story is a parallel. The life of a man and the global crisis that's going on, and how the 2 roads meet. So I think it's a uniquely written story. It has a whole different perspective. Find what message it is that you want to say. What's your message to the world? And just write the story. The message, when I teach people how to write, I've done some writing classes, I tell people, look, you just have to find what it is you're trying to express. What's your message? And if you can hold that message, then you can tell the story. And it'll be a compelling story because it'll be from you, it'll be from the heart.